the Nemanja Vidic regen is an absolute steal. This guy is the next wonder kid coming out of Serie A. When I've used him, I felt like I am using Thierry Henry. That is how good I think this guy is. Hey all my people, how you doing? I hope you're having a fantastic damn day. I am here to give you a few players that you can potentially scout from the Serie A. So, we'll start off with the right back area. Dodo recently got a new face. A lot of these players recently did get new faces, and for the last week or so, I have been buying them in various career modes, testing them out, to come back with some feedback for you guys. So if you can, smash that like button down below, subscribe if you are new. That would be damn near fantastic. So, we'll start off with Dodo, a new face player, Brazilian international potentially. He does have a few great badges. He's got that rapid badge, which is fantastic. Very quick. Hence the rapid badge, of course. Like I say, he does have a real face. 77 overall. Not a bad starting overall to begin with. If you are, maybe you're at Everton, you're looking to invest in a right back, because I know that they are very desperate for that. He is your man going forward. As for the centre-back area, now I do have quite a few centre-backs, and I've used quite a few of them, of course, testing out the new PSG formation. If you haven't seen that, I did release that. What a formation that is, by the way. So obviously I went through a lot of back threes and a lot of centre-backs to try and fit into those back threes. But we've got here Per Schurz, I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. He is a 6'3", 79 overall, 23-year-old Dutch international. Very good. Is available for a transfer. He does play for Torino. He does have a great badge in the block badge, so he's always positionally aware, making sure he can get in the way of opposition shots or opposition build-up play and so on. So he is very aware of that. A great player to have. He does grow. A lot of these players, in fact, all of these players, have an 80+ overall. I don't know all of them, but he is definitely a player that I would suggest you guys go ahead and sign. And then we have the Serbian international, dubbed the Nemanja Vidic regen. Now, I've known about this guy since Jose Mourinho, that era for Manchester United, which was like, what, 4 or 5 years ago? So he would have been around 2021 at the time. Of course, he is a 25-year-old player at the moment. He does have a real face. I've been waiting for him to have a real face, and I'm so damn glad he does. I mean, he's 6'5", he's got the aerial badge as well. He's not the fastest of players, yes, but he is very dominant and they are very physical as well. Can slot into either the right-hand side or potentially down the center of a back three for your systems going forward. But nonetheless, I don't think you can go wrong with this guy right here. He also has a very good positional awareness. Moving on to another Italian player, Alessandro Buongiorno. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it, but he's got a 77 overall. He's 24 years of age. He's 6'4" and a left-footed centre-back. Now, I don't think you can go wrong. There are quite a few left-footed centre-backs in the game as is, especially those with real faces, of course. We are talking about the real faces here. But again, a nice player that you can buy early. He's worth around 20, 25 million or so. You can bring him in, build a team around him, potentially. He does have that good leadership qualities as well. His defensive work rate as well as the attacking outlet, there is room to improve. Of course, his weak foot is also a 3-star, which is great. He does have a few good badges here at the block, as well as the aerial traits or badges or play styles. But nonetheless, I don't think you can go wrong. And now we have come to what seems to be the most OP player on this list. I'm not even lying. I'm not even chatting shit right now. He is fan-damn-tastic. A ball-playing centre-back that can step into the midfield if need be. He does have a few playing styles. The long ball approach, like I say, he can step into the midfield, play those long balls over the top. He does have the block as well as the aerial traits. The Slovenian international scores a load of goals. I will put the screenshot here on the screen for you right now. In the first 12 games of the season, he scored 9 goals, including a hat-trick. And that wasn't even the entire season. I think at the end of the season, he was close to 20 goals for me. And that's just a centre-back. Of course, starting him in the back three, he does need that. He's not the fastest of players, but he is very tall, 6'3", does have a good leaping ability on him, and he does score a load of goals from corners, set pieces, you name it, he's going to claim it. So moving on to another Italian player. Of course, most of these guys are going to be Italian. They are from the Serie A division, so don't be flabbergasted if we've got like 30 Italian players on this list. But anyway, point being is Lorenzo Pirola is a fantastic 71 overall, 21 years of age, left-footed, 6'1" centre-back. Can grow to, I think it's like an 85, an 86 maybe. Loads of room to grow. He does play for Salernitana. So if you do have an AC Milan career mode, a Juventus career mode, you are looking to try and rebuild their defensive backline, start with this kid right here. Although I will say, it's his first official season in the first team for Salernitana. So you might not be able to sign him off the bat, but definitely season 2 comes around, you sign this man. He is fan-damn-tastic. Positional awareness, great. Defensive work rate, great. Like I said, he is left-footed. He does have the jockey badge, so he can keep up with the opposition's forward line at times if they are making those runs in behind. Moving on though to the left back area, we have got Antonio Gallo, also very good with the free kicks, by the way. I was playing against his team and they ended up scoring a free kick that he whipped in, and I was like, oh, fair play. Ended up signing him, and you know what? As a wing back, even he is fan-damn-tastic. He does have a very high work rate, so he will put a lot more effort into the attacking outlets. But he is left-footed. He is 6 feet tall, and I always find it's nice to have a nice tall wing-back / fullback at times, especially when it comes to the goalkeeper knocking those balls into those wider areas. They can, more times than not, win those headers. And then we have got another man, a Scottish man playing in the Serie A. Fantastic. Josh Doidge. I think that's how you pronounce it. Can play as a left wing-back, a left mid, a left back. He's 6'2", left-footed, has high work rates for both offensive and defensive sides of the ball. He's great. He also has a very strong weak foot, so if need be, you can shift him over to the right-hand side and have him play as a right back, a right fullback, a right wing back, a right mid. You can have him play on either flank and him still be very productive with the ball. Now we'll move on into the midfield. Samuel Ricci. Great. The Tonali replacement for AC Milan. If you have an AC Milan career mode, this is the guy to go for. You pinpoint this man as your number 1 transfer target. You build the midfield around him, and that's it. That's what I'm saying. He is great. He is amazing with that out there pass. He's got a nice long pass on him. He does also have a decent pace, especially for a DM, 75 and 74 respectively for acceleration and sprint speed. The ball control is 1 to, it can grow a bit more. I'm pretty sure he's got an 86 potential, but don't hold me to that. But he is a fantastic player nonetheless. And he does have the jockey play style. Another player that's slightly older on the list, he's 26 years of age, doesn't have that much room to grow, but he is a fantastic squad player to have in your team going forward. Riccardo Orsolini can play as a central attacking midfielder, can play as a centre forward, right wing, left wing, more probably on the right as an inside forward at times. His ability to cut in and shoot is great. He does have quite a few nice badges, the flair, technical, as well as the whipped pass. So if you do play him on the left wing as a natural left winger, he can definitely supply your forward line with some delicious looking crosses. So moving back centrally to the midfield, we've got a centre midfielder called Fabio Moretti. I'm pretty sure most of you guys do know about this guy, but nonetheless, I have to tell you because he is just that good. I signed him for my Udinese career mode. He does have a great badge on him, the Trove pass. He does have that outside of the foot pass. Can run a midfield, definitely. Can play as an attacking midfielder, of course. And I would suggest you play him slightly higher up to get the best out of him. His work rates are medium, so they can definitely improve going forward, but he does have a good, strong, weak foot set to 4 stars. The pace isn't the worst, but it's not the best either, of course. A very average 77, and that's not exactly what you want for your forward line, but nonetheless, he can definitely control the midfield for you. Moving on to our next centre midfielder target, we've got Johan Gonzalez, or Joan Gonzalez. I don't know how you pronounce his name, but nonetheless, he's a 21-year-old Spanish player, does have a 69 overall, nice. But I'm not here to talk about his overall, I'm here to talk about his incredible high work rate, his massive size, 6'2", can run a midfield, can play as a CDM. I have used him there, and I think he plays slightly better there with his ability just to be in and around the back line, collect passes and then spray it off. He's very good at doing so. Of course, he does need some time and to be in a team that he can grow with. So if you are a Juventus or an Inter Milan and you need an out-and-out DM or a central midfielder to help you right now, I don't think that this is your guy going forward. But if you have a Monza career mode, for example, and you kind of need a player to help with the team growing with that side, I would strongly suggest you go for this Spanish man right here. He's got a very high work rate as well as a defensive work rate, which is why maybe him as a box-to-box player could also be quite effective. But for me personally, I used him as the DM in my team, and he ran the show more times than not. So next up, we have the next wonder kid, in my opinion, Tommaso Baldacchini, the next Florian Wirtz, even though Florian Wirtz is also 21 or 20 or whatever. So this guy, more or less come out of nowhere. I didn't know about him in FIFA 23, I'm not going to lie. But of course, I came across him because he's got a real face, and I was like, you know what, let me give him a try. He was fan-damn-tastic, worth every penny. I think I paid around 25 million euros for him. And that is a lot for a 20-year-old, but he is a 77 overall. He does have some great traits or play styles, finesse shot, technical dribbler, as well as the flair traits. His ball control is elite, and of course his will definitely grow. I'm pretty sure he's got an overall of around 86, 87, and obviously with dynamic potential, it does go up a hell of a lot. And then of course, he is a left-footed player, 5'7". His skill moves as well as his weak foots, they can definitely improve, as well as his defensive work rate, but he is an attacking midfielder, so unless you want to play him slightly deeper, which I would strongly advise against because you would be taking a lot away from his natural abilities, it's okay. The high attacking work rate is what you want. He's going to be your outlet ball. He's going to be the guy putting the strings high up the field, unlocking the opposition's defenses for you. Then moving on to the right wing area, we've got the likes of Samuel Chukwueze signed for AC Milan. Yes, at the beginning of the season. So he's not available for season number 1, but strongly suggest him for season number 2. He was one of my favorite players to use that did not have a real face in FIFA 23, FIFA 22, and so on. He was just that good. He's also very, very quick out the blocks. I mean, if you just look at his pace, he's got a 92 acceleration, an 86 sprint speed. So he is very, very quick on the ball. Doesn't have the best defensive work rate, but he's going to be an outlet ball more times than not. I would strongly suggest you buy him in season 2, especially if you have a hole as your right wing area. Like I say, he's very good. His play styles is rapid flair as well as quick step, so he is quick off the block. And then we've got another one of my personal favorites. I think he's had a real face for a little while. Right, plays for Fiorentina, Jonathan Okone. One of my personal favorite players, especially if you are in a road to glory career mode, for example. He is a season 3 or 4 place to try and buy to bring him in. Of course, he is 25 years of age, can play as a right wing / right midfielder. His weak foot, of course, he's going to be playing on the right hand side as an inside forward more times than not, but it is his high work rate as well as the play style / badges that he does have that attracts me to him even now as a 25-year-old man in career mode. It's fantastic. I'm not 25, I'm younger than that, but he has got the whipped pass, technical dribbler, flair traits as well as the Travella, quick step, and first touch. Very good with the first touch. So I don't think you can go wrong. He will be as well slightly cheaper than the likes of Samuel Chukwueze, the likes of Baldazini as well. He can also play more centrally as a number 10. He's also very effective there as the number 10. Then finally, we have got 2 more signings to go through. Lorenzo Colombo, currently out on loan in season number 1 from AC Milan, but season number 2 comes around, you go knocking on that door, you bring in the young 21-year-old Italian 6-foot striker. Of course, he is left-footed, doesn't have any play styles or any traits like that, but he can grow to a whopping 85 overall. He is very good, not the strongest, not the paciest of players, but he is quite strong nonetheless. Good in the air, can definitely dominate an opposition's back line with his physicality on the ball as well. And then finally, we've got Armand Lorente, a French international player, can play as a left wing and right wing as well as down the middle. He does have some fantastic traits, dead ball specialist, incisive passing, rapid as well as a trickster. So when I've used him, I felt like I am using Thierry Henry. That is how good I think this guy is. He is so good with the ball at his feet. And maybe it's the trickster badge that comes in, but you just feel so free using him, dribbling in and around the opposition. Like their players are almost standing still at times. That's how good this guy is. So I would strongly suggest, if there's one player off this list that I would say, go and get him as your first signing. It's this man right here. This left winger that can play as a right winger. If you improve his weak foot, he can definitely play on either side as a more natural winger, you could say, whipping in crosses left, right, and centre. Of course, he is naturally right-footed. He is 5'10", so it's a really good height for a winger, in my opinion. His defensive work rate is medium, so he can definitely improve in that area. But the attacking work rate is the thing that draws me to him the most. The high attacking work rate. He's got very good ability with the ball at his feet. Of course, he is also very quick. 82 and 85 pace, respectively. So yes, I don't think you can go wrong with any one of these signings. But if I am to suggest a signing off the bat, and of course if you have a spare 30 to 40 million, this is the man right here. So that is going to bring us to the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it and you've gotten a few ideas for your career modes, let me know down below. Hit that like button, please, that would be great. And of course, until the next time, I hope you guys have a damn great day. I'm out.